Put 2-3 coats of poly primer on it. And I did block this whole top part out because it was really wavy. Just like the rubber, it looked like a rubber bumper with all the waves. And the waves were literally all the way across the top. So I had to put some filler. You can kind of see the ring where the filler is at there. Because this one right here kind of dipped in. A lot of the bumpers dip right here. But I wanted it nice and flat. So now it's nice and flat all the way across. I get a straight edge or a long one and put it up here. It's nice and it's pretty flat. A lot flatter than what it was. So I had a lot of filler here too. There was a dip here. It's still a tiny dip, but it's a lot better than what it was. Yeah, tiny, little bit of gap there, but it's okay. The light should cover that up. The tail light blackout. But again, this part here was really dippy. I probably should have fixed the mold. Probably should have fixed this before I molded it, but I did fix it a little bit, but this thing was so bad, it needed a lot of work. And I was kind of in a hurry to get that mold done. But no big deal, it's fiberglass. You pop one out and you could always fix it, just like I did. You can see in here what I did in here. Glass this piece in here. I don't think normally it's like this stock. I think stock has a big opening, bigger than that. So I wanted it more closed in. And this thing fits the flipper really nicely. Okay. Perfect fit. This thing opens up like that. And I had to make sure that I had clearance inside for it to clear all that, which it does now. It's really snug. So yeah, this thing's got to get blocked out again because I primered it. Not too much orange peel on it. It's actually pretty nice. Probably could paint right over this if you wanted to, but it's a couple little spots I dabbed some primer in that I got to sand out anyway. But yeah, I'll probably go with 320 grit to 400, and then this is going to be ready for paint. Alright, just installed my license plate light, and this is custom fabrication that I did. This I fiberglassed this in. I didn't actually do that in the mold. What I did was glass this in and made my own little thing for this because I wanted it completely sealed. I think the factory has a big cut opening there, and I kind of closed this one up. But yeah, the light fits in there just fine. And now I'm going to put the flipper. So the flipper's right here. Real easy to install. You can put 2 to 4 bolts back here. Just slide the wire inside the little hole there. Alright, just got the license plate in. And this flipper installs with just 2 screws. I could put 2 more, but for now I think this is pretty sturdy. 2 is all it really needs. Wire goes in through here where the license plate light is, and you can see the light is going to shine perfectly right onto the license plate, so we're legal. Can't get pulled over for not having a light. And yeah, that's about it. We're good. We're ready to install. Check that out. Lines up real nice, flush with the bottom, and it's real snug in there. It's like to the exact measurement. Any smaller it would be rubbing. I wanted it real nice and tight. Alright, today I'm going to be installing my rear bumper on my car. It's been buffed out and it's ready to go. And before I do it, since this is a fiberglass bumper, I'm going to be taking some camper seal right here. You can get this at the local hardware store. And I'm going to be running this seal on this lip all the way across just to protect the paint and to keep rattling down. I don't think that's going to rattle too much, but it's possible that it could, because this is metal and that's fiberglass. The original are rubber, so rubber and metal doesn't vibrate too much. It'd be a lot less noisy, but fiberglass is a lot harder, and it can make a lot more noise when it's butted up to metal. So I'm going to do that and I'll get to the next part. Alright, before I can install the rear bumper, I need to open up the hatch, which I don't have the hood shocks installed yet, so we're going to install these. And you can see I had painted the top part here because these things got rusted. They're fairly new and they were rusting already from here, so I painted that, and now these are ready to go inside the car. They go right there. There's one on each side. Torx bit, I believe, and well, quite a big one. I think it's like a T55 or T50 or something like that. I can't remember. It's one of these. And yeah, I'm going to install those so I can actually keep this stupid thing up without holding it. And then you got a bolt that goes in on top. Alright, so this rod goes in. It's a T50 right there. Tighten that down, and over here you have a 8mm nut. Plug that one in. These are brand new struts. Let go, Alexa. As you can see, one strut is literally holding it up. That's how new they are. Put on the other one and then we'll get to the rear bumper. Okay, now we're going to install this rear bumper, and these lovely ladies are going to be helping me. Thank you, assistants. Okay, so we got two wires here. We got the license plate light, and we got the rear flipper. So we're gonna start to put it on. We got some tape here that we got to push down. This is the tape that we want. Okay, so get a little closer so I can plug that in. Okay. So we're just gonna take this one, which is for the license plate, and we're gonna connect it. A little closer. A little closer, please. Okay, there we go. And then we're going to get our flipper wire. There we go. Okay. Now we're going to plug this one in. That's for the flipper. Alright, now we got the wires connected. And you can see we put the screws in here, ready to go into the holes. And now we're going to put it in. I'm going to just put this on my head mount. Okay, slide this in. Same thing. I'm going to go in from the top, up a little bit. Okay, as soon as this gets on, slide it in at an angle. You need to come this way. How are you over here? Okay. Alright, once you line up your screws, 3 of them, to the hole and get it started in the hole, you can use one of these tools to kind of help you to get it in. You're going to give it a nice push from this side. Okay. There we go. Okay, let me check this bottom. Bottom's clearing. Alright, I got the nuts through. There's 3 of them. And I'm going to take my washers. I got a big washer here, because that's a big hole. You want a big washer. And then I'll use a smaller one. Alright, then I put the nut on. Alright, and then we'll tighten those down, each one. Okay, all the screws have been tightened down. You don't need to over tighten them, just get them real nice and snug. And then check out our gap. Excuse me. Alright, the gap's looking really nice. Other than our fingerprints all over it. It's real good. So that's one side down. We still got to tighten this other side. This side's still loose. So we're going to tighten that side next. Okay. Nice and snug. So those 3 bolts are in, nice and tightened. Now let's check out and see how this fits. Our gap is perfect. Hold this light, Alexandra. Again, fingerprints everywhere, but that's black for you. So I can run my hand through it and it's nice and flush with the panel. Up on top, on the side, and at the bottom. That's installed. I did run some tape here to protect this edge because I didn't want to take my light out. I'll remove that now. And that's it. That's how you install the fiberglass rear bumper. It's not the easiest thing in the world, but if you get a couple helpers to hold the bumper on, it's not too bad. Longer bolts. And make sure you use longer bolts. I was using, I think this is 1 inch. I think I went to 1.5 inches. This might be 1 inch or 1 inch or 1.25 inches, but I went to 1.5 inches. It just gives you a little more room when you're in here to grab the end of it to pull it through. So use a little bit longer bolts. That's the finished results. Looks real nice. And that's it. Everything's wired up. The flipper's on. Alright guys, I had a bad bulb in there, so I had to take the bulb out. You have to remove the license plate to get to the bulb on this particular setup that I got going on. So I remove the plate, 2 bolts, and then you gotta reach your hand in there and then twist the thing off, and it comes off, and then you replace the bulb. But now I got it working. You can see it shines on the license plate just fine. Alright, with the lights off, you can see the license plate is lighted up just fine. Okay, lights back on. Alright, now we're going to take our flipper, our control unit, and for now we're going to put it in the cigarette lighter. Okay, we got power. Take my keychain. And then we're going to take our license flipper wire from the back, and we're going to plug it in. Okay, so now it's lighting up. And now we're going to hit this button, see if it works. Alright, let's go in the back and see how it works. Alright, so it did flip. We see it's night. I'm going to use my control from here. Let's do it one more time. Alright, there you go. The flipper is working, and success, we are done.